Alhaji'S wife, Rashida, under heavy investigation. Now, my brother, my sister, we all know who Rashida is. She used to work with Metro TV. Before Metro TV, she worked with Radio Savannah and a few other media houses. Right now, she's a boss of her own. She has a radio station and some other such media outlets. She was born on the 25th of April in 1980, right there in Tamale. She always wanted to be on top of a game, which is very applaudable. She comes from a polygamous home, her mother being the first wife, and naturally within that polygamous home, there was so much competition. She always told friends that she would be the one to bring honor to her mother. And at a very young age, she was more than just interested in pushing for glory. This is Rashida Sani. She got married to a banker, a former regional minister's son. And they had a really good time. They made some beautiful children, and then the marriage fell on the rocks. And we all know why the marriage fell on the rocks. A certain guy called Kwabena Edubuahene jumped into the fray and started throwing money on Rashida. We are told that they both agreed that they would leave off their spouses, so they will come together as an item to become a husband and a wife. Edubuahene decided that it was time to do that. Rashida went ahead and left her husband, but Edubuahene couldn't easily do that because church pastors and bishops were not ready to let that marriage go. They kept on counseling them over and over. And when Rashida realized that, wow, she had left her husband, lost her marriage, but Edubuahene was still holding on to his marriage. Despite being compensated over and over, she felt she should patch up her marriage. And we are told that family meetings they organized, and then the husband told them point blank that, listen, I did not ask my wife to go away. She decided to pack up and then leave. So if she's coming back, I don't have a problem. I'm ready to accept her back. If she wants to apologize, no problem. If she doesn't want it to, no problem. And this is the husband. He's simply called Lennon. Some people call him Anas. Depending on how you want to call him, he would always respond. He's now a retired banker. In fact, early retirement. He's pushed it out and he is a farmer. That's Rashida's ex-husband. My brother, my sister, that beautiful marriage fell apart. We are told allegedly because of one Kwabena Edubuahene who started showering money on this gentleman's wife. Now, as it stands right now, she got a lot of contracts by her relationship with Kwabena Edubuahene. We told you that in 2024, he had 2 contracts given to Rashida Sani. What were the contracts? My brother, my sister. Now, the first contract came via Raw Limited, and it was worth 15 million American dollars. 654,255, and we are talking American dollars. And she was supposed to supply vehicles, and this was in 2024. In less than 2 months, another contract hit the same Rashida from the same Kwabena Edubuahene's outfit, NSB, National Signals Bureau, and that was even worth more. Izal Limited picked up that, and both companies and even more are owned by Rashida Sani, Alhaji'S wife. And this one was close to 24 million American dollars in all, about 39 million American dollars, and she was supposed to provide or supply Gota security phones. And the contract said that she was supposed to supply 15,000 of those Gota phones worth 1,550 American dollars each. And that is the total sum. She got other contracts with the NCA by the kind courtesy of her relationship with the man called Kwabena Edubuahene, who presently is standing trial. Now, many people have asked me, how is Rashida wrong with this? Now, it has come to pass and established that Kwabena Edubuahene, according to the Attorney General and Minister of Justice and investigators, that he was nothing but a common thief who had stolen millions of Ghana money. And some of the money has been traced to Rashida Sani. Now, if you are caught with stolen money, you are a person of interest in the name of Ghana. That is why we are interested in this story. My brother, my sister. Now, Kwabena Edubuahene, as it stands right now, his driver has decided to turn around against him in court to testify against him. His former director of Advantage Solutions has also U-turned against him and is now a prosecution witness against him. And this is the person we are talking about. Her name is Mildred Donko. That is not all, my brother, my sister. His own lawyer, and we are talking about Atachia of Zoe, Achia and Co., has also U-turned and left him stranded in the middle of the courtroom to his own humiliation. Now, if all these people are running away from one man, who is going to come to his aid? My brother, my sister, Kwabena Edubuahene is the most uncomfortable man on earth right now. He himself is 1 year younger than Rashida. But who doesn't want a beautiful chick? Let's leave the romance aspect away and get into the nitty-gritties of today's story. My brother, my sister, Alhaji'S wife, Rashida, under heavy investigation. Now, we told you that she has an outfit right here in Accra called Alhaji'S wife, and it's a wache hop. What is wache? Rice and peas. It was opened on the 23rd of December, and a lot of people go there to eat good wache, customized wache. So many people love Alhaji'S wife, and that name was suggested to her by Kwabena Edubuahene, and he supported her to open up the place. Now, how did the name come up? Rashida was married to a man called Anas, aka Lennon, and this is a Muslim. And in Accra, almost every Muslim is called Alhaji by people who don't know too much what Alhaji is. For them, once you are a Muslim, you are fit to be called Alhaji. So that's how they came by the name, Alhaji'S wife. And it's a wache hop. Presently, as it stands, one of Rashida's sisters is the one taking care of the place and preparing some really good wache. If you have time, please go patronize the hot wache there. Many people love it. Unfortunately, I don't eat fish and all that come as accompaniments to the wache, so I have never tried it. My brother, my sister, this is Alhaji'S wife, Rashida Sani. Now, on Friday, we posted that Rashida Sani was alleged to be in the United States of America, and that she was somewhere around Florida. And it didn't look like she was in a hurry to come home. And it looked like she wanted to bring her children over to be with her. It looked like she was running away. But we also added that we will be quite surprised under normal circumstances if she returns home immediately. Come here. My brother, my sister, having heard this, Rashida Sani quickly posted on her Facebook page this. And it says, earlier today, Fati took me shopping at Burberry, Makola. And there she is standing there with a face mask. Why that is necessary, I don't know. Maybe coronavirus is about to come again, or maybe there's too much dust around the area, my brother, my sister. This is Rashida Sani standing with somebody she calls Fati that most of you would know. And she posted that the day that we did the show, in fact, she actually was in Ghana. And when you look at the post, you see that it says Rashida Sani is at Accra Airport Hills. And these photos say that she was in Makwala. All right. I am glad that she says she's in Ghana. It's good news. So that at least we would be able to investigate. But is she truly in Ghana? Can I remind you of this Chinese woman called Aisha Huang? Do we all remember Aisha Huang? Now Aisha Huang became the poster queen of Galamsey right here in Ghana. She terrorized Ghanaians on the Galamsey pit. We are told by a lot of reports that Aisha Huang even caused the death of a number of Galamseyers who worked for her or dared step on her toes. She was arrested. We made a lot of noise in the media. And then she was allegedly deported, sent back to China. In just a few weeks, Aisha Huang found her way into the country. As to what passport she used, whether she came by submarine or whether she fell from another planet into the country, even the president of the Republic of Ghana was shocked at the way Aisha Huang entered the country. And look at it. This was what the president said then. I am not still sure whether she was in fact deported or whether she fled the country the first time and has now come back or whatever. There still seems to be some uncertainty about it. Hallelujah. The president of the republic does not know how a criminal Chinese woman was able to leave this country and return. Which of our borders did she use? But this is the first time we are hearing that people leave our country through routes that are unauthorized. So if Rashida Sani tells us that she is in the country, okay, it only makes our work more interesting. So I went round looking for the travel history of Rashida Sani. From 2024, just before Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo's party, the NPP, the demonic NPP left power. And under the NPP, her supposed spouse or boyfriend or side guy, Kobna Edubuahini, was the Almighty. He could make and unmake any human being in Ghana through kidnappings, stealing, robbery, and whatever. Kobna Edubuahini. Now let us look at the travel history of Rashida Sani. And I'm going to drop a bombshell. She says she's in Ghana, right? We appreciate that. It only makes our work sweeter. Now watch this. Alhaji'S wife, Rashida Sani's travel history. Now let's start from the bottom part. Or better still, let's start from the top so that it makes it sweeter. Now when you look at it, she departed Accra for Dubai. And she went via Emirates. EK788 was the flight number. She arrived in Dubai. And then she returned to Accra. Beautiful. So we see how she left Accra, went to Dubai, and from Dubai, she came back to Accra. Now let's look at the next time she traveled, allegedly, as documented by the authorities. She flew from Accra to Abidjan. We don't know whether she arrived in Abidjan or not. Where she went from Abidjan is never documented. Where she entered and where she came out, we don't know. Authorities don't know. This is so deep and I need you to follow this. Now, she mysteriously returned to Accra and she was flying to Addis Ababa. We don't know whether she arrived in Addis Ababa or not. Whatever happened, we can't tell. Then, there is another record which says she flew via BA, that's British Airways. And the flight number is BA 081 from London to Accra. Where did she fly from? What are the records? My brother, my sister, according to the reports, and this that we have, she flew via BA, British Airways, 078 from Accra to London. She arrived, and less than 24 hours later, she was on her way back to Ghana. She's a businesswoman. Maybe she just went there, and right at the airport, she gave something to somebody, or hacked somebody, or just said, "Hi, how are you, London?" and sat back in a plane and came back to Ghana. When was the check-in done? What was the arrival like? What did she go to do? My brother, my sister, there are a lot of things here that investigators are looking at to find out where the missing boxes fit and whether we are speaking the truth or we are lying. Can I tell you more? Now we will return to this travel history of Rashida Sani again. Now, when Rashida Sani is flying out of the country, she uses a lounge called the CIP. And the CIP means commercial important person. Commercial important person. In fact, it's bigger than the VIP. And at the so-called Kotoka International Airport, this is what the CIP looks like. And to enter here, how much do you pay? $300 American. When you enter here, you will get a drink whilst you are waiting for your flight. You don't have to go and register anything at the immigration. Somebody would pick your passport, take it to the immigration, get it stamped, and everything done. As to how they are able to take the pictures, because at the immigration, they take a photo of you. Whether they bring their cameras to the CIP or not, I don't know, because I have never gone through the CIP. Right after that, they bring the passport to you and ask you, "Sir, do you want some more drink?" If you say yes, they give that to you. And then when your flight is ready, you don't have to mix up with anybody. They bring a car and pick you up from there and drive you straight into the tarmac where the plane is about to fly. And then you enter quietly. Nobody sees you. And it's open to everyone who has the cash. It's not only for big men, but if you have $300 American, you can get into this thing called the CIP. And these are official videos and footages coming from the airport authorities. My brother, my sister, this is the CIP. Now, if you happen to use McDonald's private jet, over there the CIP is $200 American. Depending on which one you want, what kind of luxury you want, is on to you. How can we get people coming into this country and going out and their details are not seen? Is it that there's some kind of bribery so that people intentionally do not have their travel histories recorded? Is there something fishy? Can I tell you more? Are you ready for more? Dash this away. Now, Rashida Sani used to travel with a passport that expired in 2021. That passport expired in 2021. And this is the passport. I have intentionally blurred the passport number and some other details like that. This is the passport, Republic of Ghana. And when you look at the expiry, it's 2021. She had it somewhere in 2016. That was what she was flying on. My brother, my sister, and my investigation showed that she now flies on 2 different passports. And one of them, this is the shocker, is a diplomatic passport. This is the diplomatic passport. Diplomatic passport. under Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, Kwabena Edubuahene was able to team up with her and make sure that she had a diplomatic passport. Who qualifies for a diplomatic passport? Under Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, charlatans, thieves, all had diplomatic passports, including Kwabena, what's his name? Reverend Kwabena Edu, whatever his name is, in Kumasi. My brother, my sister, thieves, lobsters, idiots, all have diplomatic passport. I'm not saying Rashida is one of those. All I'm saying is that under Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, the diplomatic passport became a toilet paper. Any Tom, Dick, and Harry who had money on the street could get a diplomatic passport. And look at the name. Rashida Nasamu Sani, or better still, Nasamu Rashida Sani. Maybe when the divorce happened, or whatever happened, the separation, she went for another passport. And this is that passport. And this passport would expire in 2034. She acquired it in 2024. So 10 years, my brother, my sister. And according to the investigations, if she wants, she flies with this. She wants, she flies with that. We call on the authorities to investigate this. Is it legal for a person to have two passports? How did Rashida get her diplomatic passport? Is it of public interest? Or is it jealousy? Maybe Blakk Rasta is jealous that Reverend Kwabena, whoever in Kumasi, had one. Idiots had some. And today a lot of them are being fingered for corruption in this country. No wonder. When a Blakk came into power, under John Dramani Mahama, they decided to cancel all diplomatic passports. Rashida flew in and out of this country via a diplomatic passport. And if she wanted, she could also fly on the other passport. Now the travel history. How did she enter some places without showing arrival? And how did she leave? And all of a sudden we saw her in another country, but we didn't know where she flew from. Or did she use the Ghana card? Can you fly to America with a Ghana card? We throw the questions. And we expect the authorities to go into this and look deep into the history, so that at the end of the day, it's all in the interest of God and country. My brother, my sister, as it stands right now, she has become somebody of serious interest in the robbery and stealing of Kwabena Edubuahene. And authorities, I am told, have started investigations. Now, when they start investigations like that, this is what you will begin to see. In the case of Hanan Abdul Wahab, in the case of Gifty Owari, and all those alleged criminals who have stolen our money with no mercy, they will put them on a stop list. That means they can't fly out of the country from when the investigations start, or just before the investigations. And then they would also freeze their accounts. In the next edition, my investigations will tell you whether, if she's truly in Ghana or in America or wherever she is, because it's been proven that she can enter and leave without authorities capturing information. Again, she is a diplomat of the Republic of Ghana. She flies under the banner and auspices of the Ghana flag. So whatever she does out there, in fact, hits Ghana immediately. What happened? What did she do? At the airport, sometimes it takes you 2 hours to even leave. How long would it take you to check in your bags again? Or you didn't bring bags. How long would it take you to even check in, even if you didn't have a bag? And she was able to catch the flight. Those of you who travel, you know what we're talking about. It's for us all to debate and for the investigative body to jump into this and see exactly what made Rashida Sani so busy just around the election time, flying left, right, and center, in and out of the nation. What was she really doing? We have some of the answers, but we're going to keep that and expect that authorities would come out with that, because it is all in the interest of Ghana. We don't want to hinder any investigations. In fact, we have a lot of information, but we'll keep this here for the time being. Remember where you heard it first. She has a diplomatic passport, another valid passport, my brother, my sister, and she could decide which one to use at any time. When we spoke with immigration authorities, what did they tell us about a man who has 2 passports is criminal? 2 Ghanaian passports that you can flip and use intervals. We want authorities to look into this and see exactly what she was doing. Did Edu Buahine collaborate with her to do some of these shenanigans? We need answers to all this. In the interim, it's a public interest issue. It's a case of stealing from the people of Ghana. My money is included, yours is included, and it behoves us to come out as a people to ask questions. And these are the questions we are asking. My brother, can I tell you more? Or should I halt it here? You want to hear more? Come here! Remember, we showed you a video of Rashida Sani's house. Do you remember that video? How did we get it? Did we break into a house? Did we go there with guns? This is a photo of the house. The front of the house, the frontage. Look at the Olympic-sized swimming pool. Blue and beautiful, so sexy. Kama Sutra will be best in this pool. And look inside there. This is the waiting place. It's fully air-conditioned. It's exotic. In fact, the Queen of England would cringe at this luxury. Can I take you through the video? Watch the video. Oh, Jesus, have mercy. Look at the fireplace. Look at the beauty. Look at the energy. Look at how exquisite the whole environment is. My brother, my sister. Oh my God. This is my dream house. Hallelujah. If you have this kind of house, for 10 years you would not even think about walking out of the house for fear that your skin might just, come in contact with some bad vagaries of the weather. Hallelujah. And look at the eating place. In fact, even if you are not hungry and you sit on this table, you would eat. Lights don't go off here. And this is Airport Hills. That is where Blakk also lives. We are told. And he says the house is not his. Remember when he was vetted? My brother, my sister, this is the place. It's exquisitely beautiful. Exquisitely flamboyant. Can I say it again? Exquisitely flamboyant. And when you look at the carpet, you look at the tiles on the floor, you don't need a mirror. This is Rashida Sani's place. Cut it. Don't go too deep. I don't like it to go beyond this. Cut it. This is the house. Look. Can I tell you something? She is selling the house. She is selling this house. That's where I will end. I won't tell you more. She has some other houses she's selling. Okay, let's take it for granted. She is into real estate. So she builds and sells, buys and sells. Many more properties she is selling. Is she trying to quickly sell them? And I hear authorities are talking with her. Is she also going to come for a plea deal and leave out Kwabena Edubuahin to himself and his destiny? After all, his pastor has left him, his lawyer has left him, his former manager left him, his driver left him. The only person who is standing by him now, and it may be under duress, I don't know, is his wife. Maybe out of love. My brother, my sister, the only man who is still standing out in is Rashida Sani. Are authorities going to find a way of bringing her into the offices to talk to her about being a prosecution witness? It might be the wisest thing to do. Remember where you heard it first. It's the Blakk Pot, aka Kukwishonemo, where we speak truth to power. As the days go by, we have more. Anybody who has touched Ghana's money, pray we don't hear. Once we hear, we shall follow. And I'm loving this family. We are getting so much information. So much information. And we are running after every piece of information. All in the interest of God and country. As you pray, continue to pray for me too. It's the Blakk Pot, aka Kukushonemo, and here we speak truth to power.